course. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Washington's offense will have the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense. And I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Give to the single back. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on third down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the UCLA Bruins offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Hatchett. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, not much room to run. And the Bruins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Plows through the defense.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Culliver. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He'll do it himself. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Hines. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Ayers. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. And the Bruins back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Go straight ahead. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both.
Touchdown! Great job by the back on the option. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's covered. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's covered. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity they need to answer.
And down by 17 is not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Huskies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It feels feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Get off the field.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the defense holds firm, no pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Got a little space. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Bruins come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fakes to grab. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
27, Washington, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Looking to move the chains. Washington now on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Firing to the right, complete. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing. They've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half, but I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go to the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grabbed over the middle. It's theirs. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. caught behind the line. It's theirs. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Williamson. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Nice move to keep running. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Makes the grab.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Gives it on the option. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Bruins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Bruins! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that.
There he goes. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. On the ground with the counter. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run it from the gun. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
From the gun on third down. He's got it. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to... And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad.